Hello, beautiful human beings of the Truth Alchemy Collective. Ella here, live with you for our day 3 transmission. So let me know as you're hopping on live, say hi, same thing as you're catching the replay. I'll give you a few moments to come on, tune on in, come into the frequency, and today we are going to play in the realms of expanding your capacity to receive. So let me know when you come on how you're feeling today. Did you get the chance to tune into the previous transmissions where we talked about your desire and we talked about your creatrix power? And today we'll add the cherry on top to your ability to receive. So, expanding your capacity to receive is one of the most important parts of the creation process. As we know in typical law of attraction manifestation talk, ask, believe, receive. The thing is that very often we think that asking, believing, and receiving is just in the mind. And that's where we run into the little hiccup when it comes to actually manifesting what it is that we want. So what I want to introduce to you today, the concept and the importance. I'm like getting these messages. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so I'm not distracted. What I want to talk to you about is the importance of your nervous system. So your nervous system is the link between your mind and your body. Because the truth of the matter is, you're not receiving through your mind. The receiving part of the manifestation sequence does not exist in your mind. It exists in your body. In order for you to actually be able to expand your capacity to receive, in order for you to actually let in the things that you desire to create, you must have that connection to your body. You must feel safe in your body to receive. And so the thing is that we have this protection. There is this universal protection, this God's protection, source's protection, where whatever it is that we don't feel safe to receive, we are not going to get it. And even if we get it, it's going to be this case of like hot potatoes. It's going to be like, okay, I have this thing, and then it's like, whoop. I have this thing, whoop. I have this thing, whoop. Because your body doesn't feel safe to actually hold it. Your body, your nervous system, your mind and your body is not connected enough to be like, it is actually safe for me to have this thing. And so that's why when it comes to receiving your manifestation, the key is not to work in the mind. The key is not to think more positive thoughts. The key is not to focus more on your desires. But the key is to understand, how do I cultivate safety within my body? How do I cultivate safety within my being, within my nervous system to say, it is okay. It is okay for me to receive what it is that I want. I'm going to be safe when I have this thing. And this kind of safety is not the kind of safety that we can get from outside of us. Very often we think that we're going to find the safety in external validation and somebody telling us that it's going to be okay. But the potency of this kind of safety in your nervous system to actually receive what you want, in order to expand your capacity to receive what you want, lies in your ability to give it to yourself. Lies in your ability to say, I am going to do the healing that is necessary to create the experience of safety in my body. This is the biggest thing that is missing from so many manifestation and law of attraction teachings. That's just like, ask, believe, receive, ask, believe, receive, ask, believe, receive. Why am I not receiving it? If you do not feel safe in your body to hold what it is that you want, if your body feels like you're going to be threatened, you're at risk of not being loved, If your body feels like something is going to go wrong, if you have the thing that you want, if your body feels like you're not able to hold the money, the love, the relationships, the audience, you will not be open to receiving it. Because the primary purpose of your subconscious and your nervous system is to make sure that you are alive. And so until you can actually bridge that connection between your mind and your body to create that sense of safety that it's okay, I'm okay. It is safe for me to receive what it is that I want. Like I said, it's going to be a game of hot potatoes. Something's going to show up, it's going to be like, yes, and it's like, whoop, hot potatoes, hot potatoes, hot potatoes, so good, oh my God, I can't hold it. And we block ourselves from actually receiving all that it is that we can receive. And the thing about this is that, going back to meanings and making meanings out of things, is that we often don't receive the things that we desire right away. And we make it mean that I'm not good enough. I'm not a creatrix. I can't create. I can't manifest. When in reality, it's not that you're not good enough. But all that you need to focus on is simply how can I expand my nervous system to hold more? How can I expand my nervous system to feel safe? How can I heal the relationship with my inner child to let them know that it's going to be okay? To let them know that they are going to be loved. I think it's you, Elizabeth. I can't see you, but I see the hearts and I see your little pictures. Yay for all the hearts. I love you. And so, yes, it is Elizabeth. Hello, beautiful Elizabeth. And so this is where the bulk of the work comes from when it comes to expanding your capacity to receive. It's not more affirmations. It's not more journaling. It's not more chanting. It's not more dancing. Although dancing and embodiment can help, but it's the focus on how do I heal the relationship with my inner child so that they can feel safe. And really, how do I cultivate this deep, unconditional love for who I am so that no matter what, like this is the core of all of my teachings, so that no matter what, I know I'm going to have my own back. And therefore, it is safe in my body for me to receive. It is safe for me to have the things that I desire. Now, when it comes to expanding your capacity to receive, if you want to receive your desires, if you want to receive all the good, all the amazing things, then you must also have the capacity to receive the other end of the spectrum. And this is where we don't really like that. We're like, but I just want all the good stuff. I want all the love. I want the money. I want the romance. I want the pleasure, the joy. I don't want to feel the bad stuff. I don't want to feel the disappointment, the sadness, the shame, the frustration, the anger. I don't want any of that stuff. I just want the good stuff. In only trying to focus and get the good and avoid the bad, that is where fear is created. When we cannot accept the full spectrum of this human experience. And so a huge part of expanding your capacity to receive is actually expanding your capacity to hold the full spectrum of the human experience. Meaning that you can hold everything that you desire. You can be open to receiving everything that you desire because you feel safe to receive it. And you can cultivate that safety within yourself to hold everything that is on the other end of the spectrum. That your mind is going to deem, I don't want that, I can't have that, I can't handle that. But you can. You are able to hold that. You are able to hold both ends of the spectrum. And so, whatever it is and whenever it is that we are experiencing the things that we don't want, when it's like, well, I said I wanted this thing, but only this thing showed up, or I said I wanted this thing and like this challenge showed up, how can we reframe the situation and really see this as preparation and an expansion in our ability to hold more? Because in order for you to hold the hundreds and thousands of people that you want watching you, you have to be able to hold the fact that no one's watching you in the beginning. In order for you to hold all the money that you desire, You have to be willing and able to hold the fact that there's not enough money. In order for you to be able to hold the breathtaking romance and love affair of a lifetime, you have to be willing to hold the moments when you feel the most alone and it feels like there's no one there for you. In order for us to expand our capacity to receive what it is that we desire, we must go through the challenges, the moments of the heat, as I call it, to expand our capacity to hold the flip side. Because if we are able to hold the flip side and we're able to feel safe, we're able to cultivate that safety within our body in that moment, then that means that when the good comes, we're able to hold it. But if we're constantly trying to avoid the quote unquote bad, when the good comes, your focus is not in the fact that, oh, I can hold this, oh, I can experience it. Your focus is going to be in the fact, in the focus of, what if I can't hold on to this? I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be sad. And so in expanding your capacity to receive, it's about expanding your capacity to receive all of it. It's about expanding your capacity to hold all of it. The highs of the highs, the lows of the lows. Everything that you want and the things that you don't want. And as we had spoken about yesterday, it all comes down to the meanings that you choose to create. When the quote unquote bad things happen, you have the choice to make it mean, I'm not good enough. I'm not good at creating. That means that it's never going to happen to me. Or you can choose this. Everything that I am experiencing is expanding my capacity to receive more. Everything that I am experiencing is expanding my capacity to receive more. Everything that I am experiencing is expanding my capacity to receive more. I want you to just let this code land. Let this code and let the frequency of it really resonate inside of your body. How does the entire experience of your life transform when you deeply believe that everything that you are experiencing is simply expanding your capacity to receive more? It's showing you how to create that sense of self-safety without external circumstances, without other people telling you, comforting you, telling you that it's going to be safe. But it's that everything you are experiencing in your life is expanding your capacity to love yourself more. It's expanding your capacity to receive more. I'm like buzzing from my toes all the way up my legs. Because this shift will change everything for you. Everything in our reality, like I mentioned yesterday, is just based on the meanings that we create. Is based on the beliefs that we hold about what is in front of us. If we can choose to believe that the tougher moments, the middle moments, the mundane in-between moments, and the highs of the highs, and like everything in the nuances of it, if we can choose to believe that everything that we are experiencing is expanding our capacity to receive more and more, how much do you think you can be open to receive and take in? And it's in this knowing that, okay, if everything I am experiencing is expanding my capacity to hold more and more, then how can I anchor in safety every step of the way? How can I choose to experience that safety in my body? How can I choose to nourish my nervous system? This is the key to receiving what you want. The ability to hold. The capacity to handle whatever comes your way. And that willingness to accept everything that you want, to hold everything that you want, and also the willingness to hold everything that you don't want, knowing that throughout this entire journey, you are going to be safe, and anchoring that into your nervous system, so that when the things that you want do show up, you're not hot potatoing it. It's not like, ooh, hot, ooh, I want this, oh, I can't hold it, oh, I'm scared, because that's what we do. We do this in the sneakiest way. We do this in the form of self-sabotage. something really amazing is happening, you're like, oh my gosh, my life is so good, my life is so good, my life is so good. And then you're like, well, I can't hold this. What if it gets taken away? I don't feel safe. And then what we do is that we self-sabotage. We get rid of it ourselves first so that we can protect ourselves from the disappointment, from the sadness, from the pain. But that gets to change when we take it upon ourselves to cultivate safety in our body, to rewire our nervous system so that receiving is no longer in the head, but receiving is this deep knowing of safety and love in our bodies. And so when it comes to allowing yourself to receive, what I invite you into is this openness to receive at all times, without the need to know how and when. Instead of trying to figure out, how is this going to happen? But when is it going to happen? Is it this person? Is it that person? Are they going to be my client? Is this the day that it's going to happen? Instead of holding on to the how and when and feeling like that is your responsibility to figure out, your only job every single day after you have declared your desire, after you are intentionally attributing the meaning and choosing your experience in your life, your only job after that is to hold the frequency of what you want. Practice feeling safe in your body. Practice holding yourself in love. And open yourself up to the divinity, to the divine arrangements that are way beyond your wildest imagination. The funniest thing about we as human beings is that we think we can figure it all out. We think I know it all. We think that I know the best way as to how this is going to happen. It's got to be this person who's my client. It's got to be this person. It's got to be that thing. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And that means I'm not good enough. How do we make these associations? We need to let go of the need to constantly micromanage the universe, God, source. We got to let go of the need of thinking that we know the best way to receive, and that if we don't receive in this form, then we're not going to receive at all. And instead, what I want you to understand is that alignment happens in a single second. When you become an energetic match for what it is that you want, because you've been doing the healing work, because you're holding on to your desire, because you're intentionally choosing the experience of your reality through the meanings that you create. When you are holding your frequency, and your frequency matches that which you want to create, all it takes is a single second of alignment for something to show up for you. Single second. And it's not our job to micromanage when that second is going to happen or how it's going to happen or what it's going to look like. Our job is to hold that frequency. And also to let go of our expectation as to what that receiving needs to look like. You know, one thing that I just realized this morning that really just like made my heart feel so tender was I started reading my past journals. I have this very powerful practice called the Truth Alchemy practice that I've been doing for nearly a year, like 9 months. It's a journaling practice, embodiment, and what I call declaration, where I declare my truth. I was flipping through my journal entries and reading about the person that I wanted to manifest to become. I've been writing about this version of myself for over a year, day after day. Even when I was terrified of the idea of showing up on a live video, even when I was terrified and I had no idea how I was going to overcome the fear, how I was going to become the person on the pages that I was writing every single day, I kept up with it. And I was there flipping through the pages and pages, reading the same things in different iterations that I would write every single day. And this morning, and like even now, my heart is like exploding thinking about it. When I read the words, it gave me full body chills because I'm like, holy crap, I am her today. this person that I've been writing about for so long. The woman, the goddess, the embodied leader who can show up and speak her truth, who knows how to love herself no matter what, who chooses the love, who chooses the expansion, who chooses the desire over the fear. I didn't know how I was going to manifest her, but I held onto the frequency. I committed myself to the healing work every single day. Thank you, Elizabeth, for all the love. I appreciate you so much. And it's like, all of a sudden, you go to, it's like we live every single day feeling like we're the same person, feeling like we're doing the same thing, feeling like things aren't happening fast enough. And it's like one day you read back in your journals, you look back to the you 1 year ago and you're just like, holy crap, how did I get here? And so what I realized this morning in that moment when I was reading my journal entries is that we often think about receiving like it's this monumental moment. It's like, lo, there is your desire. And we're like waiting for this monumental moment. And when it feels like this monumental moment hasn't happened, we're like, I'm not receiving anything. This manifesting thing is not working for me. But the reality is that when you're holding the frequency, you are receiving in every single moment in ways that are actually intangible and often invisible to the human eye. Until one day you stand in front of the mirror and you look at yourself and you're just like, who is this person looking back at me? Until one day you finally take this moment to breathe and you look around your life and you take a reflection and you're just like, holy crap, everything I've ever wanted is actually here. And so it's not that we're not good at receiving sometimes. It's not that the things that we want hasn't shown up. But it's that we need to be aware of all the little minute moments in which we have been receiving, but that we forget about because we think that the receiving needs to be this massive moment. And we also just deem how worthy we are of receiving or how good we are of receiving based on the big things, based on the big goals, the big manifestation. But what about the person that you've become? What about the person who's looking back at you in the mirror? We are receiving in every single moment. And the more you receive yourself in every single moment is how you open yourself up to receiving even more. This is a huge part of the puzzle as well, is learning how to receive yourself. Learning how to receive you when you are in the utmost excitement, the joy, the pleasure. You're like, yes, 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 life is great. God is amazing. My desires are showing up. Like everything's amazing, amazing, amazing. Receiving yourself in this state. And also receiving yourself in the moments when you wake up. Your heart is breaking to pieces. You feel this heaviness oscillating in every part of your body. You can't even put words to it. But you have tears streaming down your eyes. You don't feel like doing anything. You feel frustrated. You feel disheartened. You feel like you've been at this thing for so long and you're still not there yet. You feel annoyed. You feel not good enough. How can you receive yourself in that moment as you are? How can you love yourself in that moment as you are without needing to change a single thing about what you're feeling, about what you're going through? Because our ability to receive, aside from having that safety in our nervous system, aside from knowing how to love ourselves, aside from knowing how to take everything that is going on in our lives as a sign that we are expanding our capacity to receive more, the other big piece of the puzzle to how we receive more and more lies in how we receive ourselves. Not just when things are good, not just when things are easy, but how do we receive ourselves when things are difficult? How do we receive ourselves when the old patterns creep up? How do we receive ourselves when the fears are coming up and tempting you to go back? How do you accept yourself? How do you love yourself? Because your capacity to receive yourself is directly linked also to your capacity to receive more. Why? Because the more that you can receive yourself, that is how you deepen that sense of internal safety within you. The embodiment of this work has radically transformed my life, has radically transformed the lives of my clients. Even yesterday on the Creatrix channel celebration call, one of my clients was in tears. And she was like, for the first time in my life, I truly love myself and I know how to have my own back no matter what. And that is the gem, that is the jewel. That is the key to endless receiving over a lifetime, is your ability to receive yourself and love yourself and create that safety within yourself out of love, out of the knowing that you have your own back. And as you have your own back, the infinite God, source, has your back no matter what. And so you are also worthy of receiving just through your being. And this is one of the hardest things for us to understand. It's one of the hardest things that I have had to heal, because all my life I only believed that I was worthy of receiving if I was doing, if I was accomplishing, if I was succeeding, if I was hustling, if I was proving. If I wasn't doing these 5 things, there's no way that I could receive. There was no way I was worthy of receiving. What I want you to really anchor into and feel this in your body. You are worthy of receiving just through your being. You are worthy of receiving just through your being. You are worthy of receiving just through your being. And let that be felt inside of you. Because this is no new news for the part of you that knows. This is no new news for your soul. This is no new news for your body. This is no new news for the truth of who you are. This is just hard to swallow news for your mind. Hard to swallow news for your programming, for your conditioning all these years. But when you allow the part of you that exists deep within, the part of you that is eternal, the part of you that knows, to feel this, to hear this, something deep gets activated. You are worthy to receive just through your being. And what I want you to notice today are all the things that you naturally receive just by being. You naturally receive oxygen just by being. You naturally receive the rays of the sun kissing your face just by being. You naturally receive love from your family, from your friends, just by being. You naturally receive a smile from a stranger on the street just by being. You naturally receive so many things just by being. But our minds have been conditioned to think that receiving is just only in the form of something tangible, something that I can prove myself with, something that I can say, if I have this thing, then that means I'm good enough, and if I don't have this thing, then that means I'm not good enough, and I don't receive anything. Your job, just like how yesterday we talked about understanding how nothing has to change in your reality for you to change your experience of it. Nothing has to change in your reality for you to witness how much you are already receiving. All that needs to shift is your awareness of what is actually coming into your field every single day, every single moment, and allowing yourself to feel the gratitude for it, allowing yourself to witness it, allowing yourself to use that as evidence once again that in every single moment, your capacity to receive is only expanding. The more we can be in that energy, the more we focus on the ways in which we are receiving, the more we cultivate safety for everything that we are receiving, right? Somebody's giving you a compliment. Can you receive that? Instead of deflecting, instead of saying, no, that's not true. Somebody wants to buy you a coffee. Instead of saying, no, that's not okay, no. Can you receive it? somebody telling you how amazing you are at what you do? Can you receive it instead of, no, I'm not that good. No, don't say that. You're better at that than me. Somebody complimenting your outfit, telling you you're beautiful. This thing, it's not even that nice. No, it's not true at all. Can you just receive it? Can you just receive yourself in the process of receiving that compliment, whatever it is, and be like, I am worthy of this. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what is the wildest thing? I'm like getting full body chills as I like feel this coming through. The wildest thing is that the more you truly allow yourself to receive and honor the receiving, the more you let yourself experience the pleasure, the joy, the excitement for receiving. People love to give more to you. It's like the more you're just like, oh, thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm receiving that completely. You are giving energy to someone else. You're giving energy to God, to Source, to universe to be like, all right, let's send more there. So how can you be aware of all the ways in which you are already receiving today? How can you open yourself to receive more when people want to give to you instead of deflecting? And how can you anchor in the safety every single time you receive? And really solidify that knowing. I am worthy of receiving just by being. Shame here, I didn't allow a small compliment of my IG stories. Yeah, and it's all good, Elizabeth. Like, it's about the awareness of it, right? Because once you are aware of it, it's like, whew, see what I did there? Next time, I'm gonna do it differently, right? Allow this to be fun. Allow this to be like, whew, now that I know this, now that I feel this, what are all the things that I can receive today? And let me know how that goes. I'm gonna invite you today. How can you open yourself up? Receive the compliments on your IG stories. Receive the compliments from people all around you. How do you open yourself? And once again, that is where that safety piece comes in. How do you create that safety within yourself? How do you create that safety in your relationship with yourself to be like, I deserve this? Not I deserve this from this like, oh, I deserve all the things and people need to give me all the things, but it's this deep knowing of like, I am a divine, worthy human being. And when I say that you're worthy of receiving just by being, you know, it's not like you never have to do anything and you just like lay back and then like everything's going to be delivered on your doorstep. But it's that understanding that if you are in alignment with the things that you want and you're taking the action, you're showing up, you're being yourself, you're healing, you're being true to who you are, then the receiving end is just a natural result of what you have already been planting. It's not extra work that you need to do. So really just let all of this land. I know I like just gave a lot of things here today, a lot of codes and a lot of things that came through that wasn't even planned here. But I always trust that whatever I'm receiving in my channel to be shared, to be transmitted, is exactly what it needs to be today. And so, quick recap. Your nervous system, the mind, the body, the soul connection is pivotal in your ability, in your capacity to receive. Ask, believe, receive does not just exist in the mind. You don't receive in your mind. You receive through your body. Receiving something is a tangible, third dimensional experience. And so you must learn how to cultivate the safety within yourself to receive. How do you cultivate the safety? You need to really understand and heal the relationship with your inner child. Develop deep, unconditional self-love for who you are. And really seeing that this whole journey is about expanding your capacity to hold more. The highs of the highs and also the lows of the lows. That you have the ability, the power, the strength to hold all of it, to be with all of it. And along this journey, how do you receive yourself more? How do you accept yourself in every single moment? How do you see yourself? How do you cultivate safety in the moments where you don't feel safe for yourself? And create that safety for you, because that kind of safety, the true lasting kind of safety, is the kind of safety that no one can give to you besides you. And that is what sets you free. because you don't have to rely on it from anyone else, from any external circumstances. You create that for yourself. And in creating this safety, it's then about opening yourself up to receive at all times without needing to know how and when. Trusting the divine alignment. Your only job is to open yourself up and remember that you are receiving in every single moment, even if it feels like it's not happening yet. That there are these small shifts, these small things that are being downloaded into your consciousness. Every single day you go to bed feeling like the same person, but you wake up someone different. You wake up a truer version of you. And there are these shifts and calibrations that are happening. And you don't feel them, you don't see them until one day you look at the mirror and you're like, who is this person staring back at me? You look at your life and you're just like, how did everything just happen like that? Receiving is not necessarily a big monumental event, although sometimes it is and you can celebrate. But really be mindful of how are you receiving every single day. And allow yourself to anchor into that. Allow yourself to feel the celebration and the joy of that. And that, my love, is a quick little crash course on how you expand your capacity to receive. My heart is so full. Oh my gosh, my straps are all falling. But I love his top. It's like brand new. I feel so pretty today. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. And you are so welcome, Christine. So let me know if you have any questions about what we talked about today. And so I do want to extend the invitation for you to join me inside of Light Up and Manifest self-study version. If these codes are landing with you and you're like, ooh, I want to go deeper. I want to come play in this frequency with you. I want to really understand how to manifest my most purposeful life and business from a place of truth embodiment, from a place of healing my relationship with myself and becoming the person that I was meant to be, then this is the experience for you. So like I explained in the previous days, Light Up and Manifest is like my signature program. It's a 7-week program designed to help you manifest your most purposeful life and business, doing what you love and being all of you. And the way that I approach manifestation is what I call the truth embodied method. It's not about what do you have to do. It's not about following a formula. It's a being process. It's an unbecoming. It's a letting go. It's a shedding of what is not you and what is not true. And the embodiment and becoming of the truest expression of who you are. Because I believe that from that place of knowing who you are, from that place of embodying the love that you are, the worthiness that you are, the purpose that you're here to serve, that is how you become a limitless magnet for what you desire over your lifetime. It's not just for the quick wins, although you're going to experience all the miracles happening, but I'm much more interested in helping you heal the past wounding, heal the programming, let go of what no longer serves so that you can truly feel whole, complete, confident, and empowered in your being and create what you desire from that place. So that is Light Up and Manifest. I will post the little details here. So tonight at 11:11 p.m. EST, the celebratory pricing is going to end. So if you want to enroll before then, you can save $111, 111. And this is going to be a beautiful self-guided experience. You have all the modules, you'll have immediate access after you sign up. How this works is that it's a combination, like everything I create, any program I create is always a multidimensional experience, meaning that it's not just like you learn and you take notes and you do. So you have the video transmissions, you have the workbooks for implementation, but aside from that, every single module comes with a truth embodiment guide that integrates Kundalini yoga practices, hypnosis audios, embodiment practices, and other meditations to really anchor you into the being element. So it's a very beautiful multidimensional healing experience that will frickin' blow your mind. And the amazing thing about me launching this, like first time as self-study in this way, is that I'm also throwing in a bonus group coaching call that's gonna happen, I always forget the date, like the 23rd or the 25th of June. Where you can come on, bring your questions about manifestation, embodiment, life, business, mindset, spirituality, all the kind of stuff, and receive one-on-one support from yours truly to guide you on your journey. I'm so freaking excited to welcome you into this experience. And I have no doubt that if this is calling your soul, if you're feeling like the body, yes, 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 it's going to transform your life for the better. So I will drop the link in here for you. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Let me drop it. Come play in the field of light up and manifest. Okay. I always forget to copy these links in advance, but it is all good. All right. So that's that. I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy I sprung up at 5:15 in the morning 3 days ago and came up with this divine idea for these 3 days of transmissions, because honestly, the codes that are coming through, like I feel this in my body as I transmit, as I share it, because everything I'm sharing for you is not just me coming from this place of like, I've got it all figured out and like, here you go. Like, this is the stuff that I live into every single day. And the beautiful part is that the more I embody my work, the more I live into every single code I share with you, the more I have to give. And that's the best part about this work, in my opinion. Okay, my loves. So that is all for today. I'm gonna go hop on an Instagram live in like 8 minutes with my dear friend Melissa, where we're going to be diving into some light language activations for abundance and stepping into your starseed expression. So if you're interested and have some time and want to keep on hanging out and playing with me, then hop on over to Instagram. But until then, I love you so, so, so much. Listen to these transmissions multiple times. Allow yourself to get into the vibe, get into the frequency. Hello, morning stars. So good to see you. I miss you. I love you. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about what we've talked about Light Up and Manifest. I am here for you. And I love you so freaking much from the depths of my heart. Okay? See you very soon. Bye, my love.